Manchester United won, Burnley won. First 20 minutes it was all United. Then after that it was all Burnley. Then for majority of the second half it was all Burnley. And look at this. It's to you, Vincent Company. City loves you more than you all know. Whoa. It's to you, Vincent Company. City loves you more than you all know. Whoa. It's to you, Vincent Company. City loves you more than you all know. Whoa. It's to you, Vincent Company. City loves you more than you all know. And it looks nothing like him. City loves you more than you all know. But Burnley absolutely bossed United for a lot of that game. I'd say for about, other than the first 20 minutes, it was all Burnley. And the only time United did anything was when they scored, when it was gifted on a plate to them by Burnley. And Burnley have a semi-decent chance of staying up now, where I thought earlier on in the season, when they were 19th and quite far from the teams above them, that there was going to be no chance of them staying up. But there's a semi-decent chance now. And they're obviously going to be hoping that we beat Forest tomorrow, because Forest is a team that they're competing with to stay up. And this result and Luton losing is a good result for Burnley. Because obviously I don't really before Company was at Burnley, I didn't really have any affiliations to Burnley. But because Company's there, I hope they do well and I hope they stay up. But the thing is, if I'm a Wolves supporter, I'm annoyed with that penalty being given. Because even though it had nothing got to do with Wolves, the exact same thing that Onana did against Wolves, he did that in that game and he did it today, but one got given and the other didn't. Whereas both shouldn't have been given, but only one got given. That's just shocking. The Wolves penalty should have been given as well as the one today. And at least there's some sort of justice that the one today got given, because it would have been an absolute joke if both of them didn't get given. But I'm glad that the one today got given, but it doesn't mean that it's right that the Wolves one didn't get given, because I know that's months ago now and it was on the first game of the season, but still, I don't get how one can be a penalty and the other can't be a penalty. It's an absolute joke. It's the inconsistency with the referees' decisions and VAR combined. So it's got to be consistent, and the reason why I want VAR out is because the people using it don't use the system correctly, and it's got no consistency whatsoever with the decisions. Because one week that will happen and it will get given, and then next week the same thing will happen and it won't be given. And it's the same for all big decisions, really, that there's no consistency with it. 1 week decisions will go the way that it should, and then the next week it won't. It's just no consistency with VAR whatsoever. And if United play like that against us, they're going to get absolutely battered, because they've had 3 games in a row against teams they should be absolutely battering. I know this isn't a great United side, but they should still be battering Coventry, Sheffield United and Burnley. But Sheffield United, they had to come from behind to win. Today against Burnley, they had the lead and they had chances to win but didn't. And against Coventry, they bottled a 3-0 lead to get it back to 3-3. And from what I've heard, that 4th goal should have been given as well. And it took for Coventry to bottle it on penalties for them to actually get to the final. And also, they needed a referee decision with that 4th goal to even get to penalties, let alone for Coventry to bottle it within the penalties. But I hope Burnley stay up. No affiliations to Burnley really, but because of the company factor, and there's a possibility at some point he might be a City manager within the future. I think the thing is with Burnley, they play good football, but they just don't take their chances. If they took their chances, they would have won today instead of getting a draw. But it's also not the chances that's costing them. It's because they often make silly defensive mistakes and it ends up costing them. I don't know if they will stay up. I hope Forest go down and Burnley stay up because I just find Forest very boring to watch. At least with Burnley under company, they play somewhat attacking football and they're determined to play the Premier League way. But Forest, they just defend half the time, and I don't find them interesting to watch at all. Yes, they've got pedigree, and yes, historically they are a big club, but for the right now, I don't enjoy watching them, and I'd like to see them get relegated. And I hope if I had my way, I'd have Luton and Burnley staying up because they both deserve to stay up really, because they're both determined to play the Premier League way. Yes, they might not always do that well, but I like teams that play good football, like Luton and Burnley. I don't like teams that play pragmatic football. But Ten Hag's got to be sacked now, surely. There's no way he can be the United manager next season. United need to get Hassan Flick or even Tuchel, Conte, or maybe they give Carrick a chance because I know Carrick hasn't done. He's done all right with Middlesbrough, and he did get battered by Chelsea in the cup. But I'd still say that he'd do a better job than Ten Hag. That might be controversial, but because he's an ex-United player and he knows the fans and stuff like that, there's a chance that he could do well if he was the United manager. They just can't afford to get a manager that plays like this type of football if they want to get back to the top. Obviously, I'm a City fan, but I like to watch football, and I don't want them to get back to the top. But if they are to get back to the top, they need a proper manager. Even someone like Potter would do better than Ten Hag. I know he did play all right football last season, but you've got to take into consideration that that Newcastle were going for top 4 last year. They got it. But apart from that, there was no one really competing with them for top 4. Because Liverpool did come into good form towards the back end of last season. But it was their results in the winter periods and stuff like that cost them getting it. And this year, when there's actually been a proper texture for United and top 4, they've not been able to get it. Well, I know there's still quite a lot of games to go, but after that result, there's no chance they get it. And it's been gone for quite a while, in my personal opinion as well. But anyway, thank you for watching the video. Everton and Brentford's on later, so I might do a reaction to that, but I might be going to church, so I might not get to see all of the game. But I will definitely watch the Aston Villa against Chelsea match, because obviously that's big for the top 4 race. Because I think Villa winning might give Spurs a better chance of getting something against Arsenal, because Spurs would obviously have to win if Villa win today against Chelsea, because then their chances of getting top 4 are near enough gone as well, and it would be massively in Unai Emery and Aston Villa's hands for the top 4. So check my video out reviewing the West Ham Liverpool, and I also did a video earlier on this morning where I was talking about the 92 clubs in the English football pyramid, where I ranked them based on size, where it was Tim Pot, small, average, big and elite. Go check that out, and make sure to like this video and like the 2 videos that I did before, and also subscribe, because I'm trying to get this channel big, because I've been doing this channel for quite a long time and it's still yet to get that big. Well, it's getting like bigger like day by day, but like it's still not like where I want it to be, if that makes sense. But I do appreciate the people that do subscribe and like. I'm massively grateful for that. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Up the Burnley.